Hey everybody, this is David Grant for Playersongs.com. So glad you guys tuned in for another video today. We're going to do this song, Changing Keys. I want to show you guys how to change keys effectively and to be able to move in and out of keys with a smooth transition, okay? All right, so I'm going to break down a simple progression and go up just a few keys to show you how this works. Let's start in the key of D flat and move our way up. All right. You see I did like a simple pattern. If you guys are looking for that pattern, I could show you that in another video. Just write me and we can work on that video. But what I want to show you is how to smoothly, no matter what song you're playing, how to smoothly go from one key to the next key and make that transition beautiful, right? All right, so let's start back in D flat. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm just playing a few chords. I'm going off of the 1 chord, going to the 7th chord, to the 3rd, to the 6th, which is minor, walking it down, A flat minor to D flat 7, to the 4 chord, to the 3rd, to B flat minor, to a 2-5-1. Watch this. Well, without the 1, we're going to go to the 5 chord of the next key. All right, so here's the 2 of D flat to the 5 of D flat, now to the 5 chord of the next key. All right, so let me break that down and make that really clear if you're not used to those terms. All right, so instead of doing the 2-5-1, you'll do a 2-5. Okay, that's the typical way to move up your keys. And here's that chord that takes you from one key to the next key. It's a 5 chord, except it's not a regular 5 chord. It's a suspended 13th chord. And I have a video on suspended 13th chords, and I've shown where they're used and how they're used. You've seen, and I should say, you've heard them in gospel and in Motown and different genres of music like that, where you'll hear the progressions like this. I'm sure you've heard that, and you heard them in preacher chords. Okay, same chord. All right, but this is also the chord that takes you from one key to another key. And so let's break this down. We're in the key of D now. So we've made that transition from D flat, the 2 to the 5, and then we're going to go to the 5 of the next key. So if we're in D, let's break it down. We have D, E, F sharp, G, and A. Now the typical 5 chord of D would be a regular A major chord. That would be the typical. Or dominant 7th. That would be the typical. But we don't want that. We want a suspended 13th chord. And that chord is A and E in the left hand. And in the right hand, you have G, B, D, and F sharp. And when you play that 5, you go to the 1. You see that? So let's break that down one more time from D flat. From the 2 to the 5, to the 5 of the next key, to the 1. One more time. 2 to the 5, to the 5 of the next key, to the 1. So let's continue. Let's take it from D to E flat, right? So same progression. To the 5. Ah, nice. Same pattern. You notice it's just a pattern. That's all it is. So let's break down that chord for the key of E flat. All right, so we're in the key of E flat and we want to go to the 5th degree. Let's break that down for those that are not familiar. E flat, F, G, A flat, and B flat, right? So I want B flat to be my transition chord to the 1. So what I'm going to play is a B flat in the left hand, A flat, C, E flat, and G in the right hand, and then go to the 1 chord. And you can play that any way you choose. Okay? And if you want to continue to go to the next key, which will be E, you go to the 5 chord of E, which is E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. So B would be in the left hand, A, B, C sharp, E, and G sharp would be in the right hand. To the 1. You see that? Perfect. All right, so let's try that again from D flat. Let's try that progression. You see that? Perfect. I like that. All right, now let's do something different. Let's say we want to jump from one key a whole step up. In other words, I don't want to just go from D flat to D. I want to go from D flat to E flat. How am I going to make that transition? Same principle applies, but you have to know the chord really well. If you don't know these chords really inside out, then check out the Suspended 13th videos, and that will break down all of these chords in every key. All right, so let's go over that. So if we're back in D flat and we're at that 2-5-1, or I should say 2-5, then go to the 5 of the key you're trying to go to, which would be B flat, Suspended 13th to the 1. Let me play it in real time so it makes sense. So we totally bypass D. And you'll find that in gospel music when they want to jump a certain key, they'll just go to the 5 of whatever key that they have in mind to go to. So you really want to learn these chords inside out so that if someone says, let's go from F to like A flat, which is a huge jump, you'll know automatically where to go. If not, you're going to have a hard time jumping these keys, and you'll be forced to stay within these keys or make awkward transitions that don't sound too nice musically. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a request video from a friend of mine, and I hope all of you guys really study this. Get these chords under your fingertips, and I can show you this progression later on in another video. I thank you for tuning in. This is David Grant for PlayYourSongs.com. You know we always say, some play, some teach. We do both. Be blessed.